Hey guys, hopefully you're doing well. I'm really excited for this video and I'm recording this late, so I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to show you how you can actually guarantee to get more appraisals and beat your competition in 2024. Now, if you don't know, the reason I make these videos, it's to show how real estate agents can become financially free using the power of technology and social media. So I'm going to straight into it and let's go. So in this method, we're going to go over some misconceptions that you might think in this video. So no, I'm not going to talk about any fancy negotiation tactics. I don't want to peer pressure anyone into signing a contract. I don't want to have the best reports to show them why their property is the best, right? I actually want to gain the trust of the buyer straight away, and this conversion rates are going to be much higher, okay? So when you're presenting, the conversion rate is going to be much higher. And before you even speak, right, the sale's already going to be won. So what am I talking about? Is this even true? Should I even trust you? Okay, so I'm gonna teach you on how you can win any appraisal, and it's going to be using the power of compounding interest. So I want to express this in this diagram here. Okay, so here I've got two lines. I've got the average typical method, which is fine, and it works over time, right? You're slowly and gradually growing, getting more sales, right? Perfect. That's completely fine. But the people I'm talking to now is people that want to actually advance and get somewhere in their career, right? So I've got here the number of appraisals won, and like I said, the blue line's kind of straight, but this is linear. This is like going up. This is just going straight up. And the method I chose, which I'll get into, is this orange one. So this is why this is actually going to be like an asset and grow for you. So if we have here, we see this point right here. So see where these two kind of touch there, right? So what's going to happen is, you're not going to notice a difference. I mean, this won't make a difference to you. In fact, what you're doing right now is going to work better than this. But as soon as you see this point right here, it's just essentially just going to skyrocket like that. And you just see that this point, like this point right here, is when the magic really starts to happen. So what am I even talking about, and why do this? So a couple of months ago I read this book and it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about actually gaining trust, and through marketing this is what's possible. So if you've ever read this, it's called Oversubscribed, and it's by Daniel Priestley, an Australian entrepreneur, and he actually talks about the 7-11-4 rule, where if someone or the prospects are consuming at least 7 hours of your content on social media, has 11 different conversations with you, and if they've seen you in 4 different locations, this will mean that they will be way more inclined to make a deal with you just because of that reciprocity, right? It's just psychology, and I don't want to get too deep into it, and I don't want to water down how great this book is. So I definitely recommend that you watch my marketing strategy for 2024 up here. So if you definitely want to watch it, you can, but stick to this video first and then they'll make more sense. Okay, so the whole point is you want to get your prospects to be watching only 7 hours of content from you. All right, so we do this by creating okay, a small audience on social media. Now, you don't have to be a superstar celebrity, Kim Kardashian, right? You don't have to be a celebrity. All you really need is a small community of people, okay? So, you want to choose a social media platform. Now, the best way that you can choose one is the one you spend the most time on. So, I would simply go onto my phone like this, and I would actually just look at my screen time, whether that's Android, iPhone, you can check it out, just look it up. And you can see how much time you're spending on each platform. So, for example, for myself, I'm just going to go on my phone. Alright, I'm just going to go on my phone. And if you see my screen time says that I go on YouTube the most. Okay? Right? YouTube. And I'm going to simply choose that because I just understand the platform. And yes, you should have a social presence on everything. I totally understand and agree with that. But you need to focus on one and just making that work and growing, right? And then you can just redistribute that, okay? So the second is looking at what other realtors are doing. So I want you right now, right? If you're watching this video right now, open up a spreadsheet in Google Sheets, okay? and you want to come into that platform, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So I'm just going to go YouTube as an example, and I'm just going to type real estate. I'm going to look what type of content's even working out there. So I'm going to go filters, and sorry if I'm going too fast. You can follow along with me. And then I'm just going to go to view count. So what is working for real estate videos, all right? So the most viewed video is actually short, and it has 32 million views. This is what would you do in a 168-acre Arizona desert, right? So maybe you can't really do something about that, but that's why you want to get more volume. Next is, touring a massive mansion, okay, right? Real estate agents spending a month, okay, maybe interesting, maybe something personal. Touring mansions, all right? How to get rich real estate, all right? That's a possibility if you're doing investment properties. And you just want to see here, what are people talking about? Like, what is actually working? As you can see here, housing tours are like massive. Like, this is just, it's just all works. So I wouldn't try to judge it. I would just do it. And you want to take inspiration. So maybe you can do a twist on this. Maybe it's not a house tour, or maybe it's a house tour, but it's the 5 most unique things about this house, and then you show off the features, okay? You just want to do a spin to it, all right? You just want to do a spin, and you can see touring more mansions, all right? Simple as that. So once you've come back, and now you've got at least 10, 15, 20 different videos under your belt, and you say, well, look, this is what's working at the moment. These are the popular YouTubers, and this is what's working. We want to get into filming. So once you've got an idea, right, you've got a pretty good idea, you can start filming some videos. So you can film a video simply just by your phone, all right? You don't need anything fancy or special, right? Just get some natural lighting. You don't need to set up a fancy light. You don't need expensive equipment. And the only thing I recommend is getting some trendy audio or sound, because that'll make your videos go viral, okay? And the next thing is just editing it very, very slightly, and just adding some captions. So you could just go into CapCut and you just click auto generate captions, and it's a free app and it'll do it for you, okay? So I definitely recommend that if you don't know what that is. CapCut, I have a video on that as well, on the marketing video ideas, so if you want to go check that out, you can. And I would simply just do that. So now you're ready, you've got a video idea, you've filmed the video, it looks well, you want to upload it. But before we do upload it, we want to make a description, but more specifically have hashtags. So I'm simply just going to go onto ChatGPT, and I'll say, give me the most popular real estate hashtags for YouTube. Alright, so I want to be specific. Real estate, home for sale, real estate, house hunting, property tour, right? And look, it actually gave me 20, okay? Real estate vlog, house goals, property investment, and it'll give you heaps. And you want to use this. Now, you've got to know whether for TikTok, because TikTok doesn't like a lot of hashtags. It finds that quite spammy, so we wouldn't do that. But for YouTube, you would do probably about 5. Alright, you choose 5. So obviously you would understand that if you've been into YouTube or Instagram, right, and you would know what works. Now all that's ready is just to upload and use that hashtag. All right, so we're going to upload that. And the last thing I would recommend is for myself, right, let's say it's YouTube, you want to have a nice thumbnail, because that really changes everything. Okay, so here we have this amazing picture of this mansion, bird's eye view, and it says $218 million. I'd want to click on that, and that's why so many people have. Okay, you've got Grant Cardone, amazing, you should check out his stuff, definitely worth having a look at, and you can learn a lot from his marketing, okay? Grant Cardone says buying a house is the worst decision, right? Very controversial. That's a great way to look at, making content. Something controversial gets attention, okay? Whether good or bad, right? So now you've got your video, you've got your platform, you've got your hashtags, you've got your description. All you're going to do is you're simply just going to upload. That's it. You're going to upload. However, I wish it was that easy, okay? What you want to do is you're going to be consistently uploading, okay? So you want to upload at least 3 times, right, per day. Alright, now you might think that this is a lot, which I can understand where you come from, especially being busy and being a real estate agent, but I've already thought of that, so I've got a video to actually show you there. So I do have another video, right? And this is something that's going to work for you over time. Now, it might not be immediate, but once you reap the rewards, okay, it's going to be insane. So coming back here, right, this is that point, all right, stressing that point of like when this goes up, your next appraisals are going to fly. Like they are going to be so easy for you, right, if they're not already. And I'm sure if they're already great, this will be even better. So let's say that you have, an ideal prospect, and they've got to choose between 5 different people, and then this is you, right? And then he's got these other people, but they choose you, and why they choose you is because they felt like they've already met you, okay? So now they have some connection. They've watched 7 hours of your content, and from watching so much, they have the rapport to feel like, well, I know him, I've trusted him, he's shown me, what to look for in selling a home, and these other people, yes, they might give me a better price, but you won their trust because now price doesn't even matter because they know that they can trust you and you're in good hands because you're an authority figure. So that's the main thing, authority figure. Okay? Now, you're an authority figure. You are the man or the woman, whichever, whatever you're watching. So they think to you like, they know their stuff. I can trust them. And, these other people approach me, they said high prices, but this is the guy. I mean, think about it like this. If there were, multiple celebrities or, Kylie Jenner, right? If someone were to promote her product, they would know that they would just go through the roof. Like people pay it all the time. Okay? So if someone were to buy with you or sell with you, they know that it's going to work. There's no doubt about that because you have more proof online and it just makes the selling process so much easier. High conversions. You won the sale before you've even spoken and it works. Now, this is a very brief, topic and discussion about this. But if you truly listen to what I'm saying, within the next easily, right, the next 6 months, okay, I know this is not what you want to hear, but if in the next 6 months, you stick to what I'm saying, and you're posting that consistently, and it's great content, alright, so people love it, it's getting popular, you are definitely going to create a small audience, and all you need is like 1,000 followers. 1,000 loyal followers that actually like you, depending on your platform, or maybe 5,000. You don't need a lot. I'm not saying you need to be having 100,000 million views and subscribers and followers. That's all that's required. Okay. So what I'll do is I actually have a link, and if you want to learn more about how my business helps real estate agents get more qualified listings for their business, then you can definitely check that out. And I've made a video dedicated to that. So you don't have to click on it. I totally understand if you don't want to, which is completely fine with me. But if you did enjoy this video, I appreciate you guys subscribing and staying along with me in the journey so that I can help you guys out every day and putting out as much value as I can. So like I said, you can go look at that link and click on it if you like. If not, like I said, I completely understand. But it was great making these videos, and I hope that this at least made an impact in your day or in your life. So it's great speaking to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.